Well, hi, I'm Jeff Strong. I'm creator of the Auditory Brain Stimulation Therapy Rhythmic Entrainment Intervention and co-founder and creative director of BrainShiftRadio.com. I've been doing weekly vlogs for quite a while, talking about rhythmic entrainment intervention, my drum healing course, BrainShift Radio, meditation with drumming, kind of the history of what's going on here, a little bit about how the brain responds to drumming and why it's so important to affect us in different ways, like meditation, intuition, creativity, problem solving, focus, calm, sleep, things like this. I also, and I've been doing this work for over 2.5 decades. I started doing my research on the traditional techniques and started learning the traditional techniques in 1982. So it's been about 35 years. And spent about 10 years really exploring the traditions. I studied the Shango technique, which is based upon West African traditions, using drumming to affect behavior in the brain. And then I looked at traditional shamanism, core shamanism, explored that a bit, and kind of morphed those two into what became rhythmic entrainment intervention, looking at how we can drive the brain, how we can use specificity to influence behavior, and how we can have therapeutic effects. I started my clinical work in 1992, really started by playing in people's living rooms. And actually that happened because I couldn't find a place to have any sort of an office. Nobody would let me come in and rent an office space if I was going to play the drum, especially as loud as I played it. So I found the easy thing for me to do was to just go to people's houses and play. And that was really kind of unique because nobody else doing any kind of holistic therapy was going to people's houses like this. Back in the early 90s. It was pretty rare. In order to do the work that I did, we kind of changed it in a lot of ways. And we built a provider network. We did a lot of research. I've spoken at over 100 professional conferences over the years, presenting our research, talking about the techniques we use. And in the process, a lot of therapists have asked me if I can help them with their practices, because everything we've done here is kind of unique. We've built several pieces of software. We've built a community and a network, and a lot of people who are running clinics kind of want to see the way things work. And so I get a lot of questions. I have a lot of people I mentor. I coach a lot of people. And so I thought I would do some vlogs here where I'm talking a bit about kind of the way I approach the business of what I do. One of the things that I find interesting, and this is something I struggled with for quite a while when I was building this business, because when we started, like I said, I started out going to people's living rooms and playing, and then we set up shop where I would record for people and send them the recording after I'd played for them. And then eventually I wasn't playing for them live anymore. We had developed an intake form or intake process where I could remotely figure out what to give record for somebody and give to them to play in their own home. There was a lot of pressure when we got to the point about 2004 where we started training our provider network to grow this business a really huge way. And the coaches and the mentors that I was working with, a lot of them had this idea that you needed to divest yourself of the core work. That all of a sudden my role as the guy playing for people in their living room turned into me managing people to deal with the clients. And I tried that for a little while, and I was getting really depressed. I was losing interest in the business. I was losing interest in the work. I didn't find myself empowered like I had been. And I realized that this idea of me becoming the guy who created this therapy and created this program out of my passion for drumming for people and interacting with my clients, I realized that me stepping away and letting customer service people deal with the people that I want to talk to all day didn't make a lot of sense. So I started answering the phone again. And I put the people that we have kind of around here helping in positions that allow me to do what I'm best at, which is interact with the clients and the providers and oversee all the production, obviously play, and all those little things that even the management stuff that was expected for me to do, I don't want to do. I have somebody else managing the company, the business. I'm the guy who's doing customer support, which is kind of upside down because you'd think that at this point I wouldn't be doing customer support anymore, but it's really truly what I want to be doing. And if I'm going to continue doing this for another 25 years, I need to make sure that I'm passionate about what I'm doing. And that's interacting with my clients and the providers and really seeing on a grassroots ground floor level how the therapy is working for people. So I don't concern myself with anymore with the algorithms of developing and improving the software as much as I'm worried about how this particular program is working for this particular client. So it's kind of upside down, again, from what I was being told by all these business experts. And this is something I found consistently with the people I work with who are in the holistic arts. If you're a healer or you've got a practice in the healing arts of one sort or another, you could be a massage therapist or a naturopath or an MD or whatever, I'm sure that what drove you to doing the work you're doing is the passion you have about having a therapeutic impact on people. And all that other stuff is ancillary. And so my recommendation is find support with all that ancillary stuff. Continue to do what you're good at, which is be engaged. There's a joke around here, when the phone rings, I go jumping over desks to get to it before anybody else will. And I'm always surprised by the fact that, I'll be talking to somebody and say, "Is this Jeff I'm talking to?" And I'll say, "Yeah." And they're like, "Wow, you're talking to me on the phone." I said, "This is what I do all day long. My job is to talk to clients, to talk to prospective clients, to talk to providers, to oversee the programs, to custom make revisions to CDs or recordings that I need to for a program, because that's what I love to do. And then I play, and I go here into the video studio and I shoot a video every week. And then as well, I've got the courses that we're developing here, where I'm teaching some of the drum rhythms that I'm so passionate about, that have driven me for the last 30-odd years. I want to share these rhythms with people. I want to start showing other people how to play the drums in a very specific therapeutic way. And that's where the drum healing course comes in, and the chakra drumming course, and a handful of other ones we have coming out this year. But I just want to encourage you, if you're in private practice, to keep your eye on what really motivates you in a day. What do you get up excited about? For me, it's doing the customer service work. I want to talk to people. I want to interact with the clients. I want to see how things are going. I want to mentor our providers. I want to work with the people I coach. That's my passion. And when that's taken away from me, I lose interest in doing this work, and the business as a whole suffers. So I find people to support me to continue doing the work that I want to do, even if it's not the most high-level, glamorous work that I should be doing as the founder of this company. So I encourage you to kind of look at what your passions are as you go through your practice, and stick with the core of what really means something to you. And then only divest yourself of the things that you don't really care so much about. Maintain your passion, and you'll be able to continue doing this. I've been doing it for 25 years, and I plan on doing 25 more. So until the next video, I'm going to play a little bit for you. Some REI rhythms focused a little bit on calm.